Dasha. And we are back at it again. We're gonna do one more round. I said that last time, but I lied. I'm sorry. It's not really about that time to wrap it up yet, so we're gonna go through one more day in the game, and then we will call it for today, and we will reconvene Thursday, April 27th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's gonna be the goal. We're gonna shoot for it. So, without further ado, check out all the links down below. Muber.com for all your music streaming needs, copyright-free, royalty-free, AI-generated music tracks. Check them out. It is free, although I still would recommend, if you do love the music and you love the tracks and you're utilizing them often, definitely give back to the artist, pay for the song, subscribe, do whatever you need to do. Show the love, so that way that they could do more with it moving forward and add more stuff to it, you know? Give, you know, help. Let's help each other. Let's give back to the communities that we all, you know, help out and all that stuff. So, check that out. Check out all the medias, the YouTube, the TikTok. If for some reason you couldn't stay the whole time, definitely check out the YouTube channel. If you are watching me on YouTube, thank you, Esper, for the fish. Welcome. But definitely check out the YouTube channel if you would like to binge watch the entirety of the streams that have been conducted here. Not everything I stream will go on the tube of you, but as far as the game series goes, those will definitely make it up there, so that way it becomes a binge-worthy experience for you. Because, let's be real, most people can't sit here for 7 hours straight and watch me sit here for 7 hours straight and play a game. I get it. But, if for some reason you needed to pass the time, or if you're winding down for the evening, and, you know, your streaming apps are just not giving you the content you need, and you gotta have some of your favorite imp, definitely find me on the tubes of use and binge watch me to your little heart's content. We also have shorts on our TikToks if for some reason your attention span is just not doing it for the day and you just need a little quickie to pick me up. You can get a little daily dose of me there as well. Without further ado, we're gonna move on. We definitely learned that Hyde might be onto us. He might know that we are also eternal beings. Thursday, September 28, 2023. Press any button. Here we go. What's going on? New image recognition tech confuses gnomes with dwarves. Oh, that is rude. Wait. Okay, hold up. First off, no, not possible. And second off, really? That is rude. Because first off, gnomes and dwarves aren't supposed to be the same height. Lore, this is proper lore, okay? Gnomes are much like gnomes are as tall as the gnome figurines are. Like that's the rub. They're much smaller beings and they're fast as fuck. Definitely the best types of rogues you could have. They are quick as hell. You are not going to see them. They'll see you though. Dwarves are taller. So here's the thing. Dwarves are like a certain height. Like they probably don't get any taller than maybe 4 or 5 foot, depending on the mix. Then you got your halflings, which are slightly shorter than dwarves. And then you got gnomes that are even shorter than halflings. Like there's a height range for these types of races. And this is lore. This is not me shaming anyone. This is not me hating on anyone. This is lore, okay? Just saying. Just saying. But most of them are Fae. But they're not all the same. So yeah, I can see that technology confusing two races. Yeah, yikes. That's gonna start a war real quick. Robots asked to give ultimate advice. I don't know about all that. Elven burnout is real. Here's how to avoid it. What? The fuck does that even mean? A day in a life, I guess. Alright, we're moving on. Good evening! Hold on, I'm gonna check my tweets before we see who comes in. Gotta check a la tweets. Riona, no delivery today, will resume tomorrow. So she might be coming to the shop then. It's very possible. Just spent almost 2 hours checking on the mobile games in the App Store. The amount of copycat games are just staggering. I will say it does get a little underwhelming when you go in looking for something fresh and new, and it's just it's basically just an off-brand of a game you already know or that already exists. God forbid if you've already played it. Although I do like some off-brand games. Especially if you want a taste of something that is roguelike, Zelda style, or Diablo style, or whatever the fuck, but you know that you don't want to play the same game. There are some good ones out there, I will say. There are some good ones. Top of the morning to y'all. This guy literally is hungover but feeling awesome. I'm not. Girl always has her secrets. Oh, does she now? I know Victoria's secret. Never mind. Let's go. Moving on. Who's coming in my shop? Georgie! Officer, welcome. Hold on. There's one more thing I want to do. Interesting. So... my shuffle keeps doing dumb shit. There we go. Hey, over it. How are you? So, how's the investigation? Yeah. Officer? Oh. Sorry. My mind is kind of elsewhere right now. No worries. Work issues? What else? I'm all ears if you want to chat. You're a pal. I'm in a real bind over it. Uh-oh, what happened? Well, never-ending workplace issues aside, things are getting weirder by the minute, and I'm feeling out of my depth. Are you talking about your recent patrols? Yeah. I've been analyzing the CCTV footage the last couple of days. And... how'd that... oh, blurred vision. Great. Yeah, we'll be done after this one for sure. How did that go? Did the cameras manage to capture anything? Yes and no. The infrareds caught a couple of blurry things. They ran off, turned a corner, and disappeared. Could have been anything, like rats or cats. But neither fits what I heard on the scene. The footsteps. You know, the laughter. Come to think of it, it sounded more like giggles. So what? We've got some, like, gnome vandalists or something? Can werebeasts giggle? Not that size, no. If they could, it doesn't explain the footsteps, really. I see. So what's next? I have some ideas, but they're just wild theories at this point. In short, I'm stumped. You know, over it, I've been racking my brain ever since Miss Riona dropped that bomb about the fairies, you see. Oh, what about them? As it turns out, fairies was an umbrella term for many types of beings. Anything that didn't fit the known physical rules at the time was referred to as such. Well, that's fucking rude. Oh, Does that mean banshees were a part of fairy folk? Actually, they are dark fae, just saying. Probably. Not anymore, though. It's an ongoing process, but the list is getting shorter. But back then, any sentient being that was even remotely incomprehensible was considered that. So, and that includes apparitions. Apparitions? Yes. Apparitions like ghosts. Ghosts? Ghosts. I mean, phantoms are a thing. They are a part of the lore, I'm afraid. A ghost can become a phantom by some really crazy circumstances, according to lore. But overall, a ghost is just basically someone who is trapped here because of a traumatic event. Their death left a scar on the world, and that scar is their leftover essence that haunts that area of where they died. In some cases, they can die elsewhere, but whatever place that holds the greatest of memory of them can basically call them to that place if for some reason, you know, they were to die elsewhere, but their main presence was like at their home or place of work or a friend's house or their favorite hiding place. And that becomes their haunt, even if it's not their original place of death. I see. What do you mean I see? Doesn't it sound like a bad joke to you? Homie, we literally live with demons and dragons and cat people. How is ghosts any more far-fetched? For fuck's sakes, we have a banshee. And the lores of banshees are actually kind of in the ghost realm, technically. Although the true lore behind a banshee is actually similar to that of a wraith, and it's not pretty. But there have been cases where these types of ethereal beings or poltergeists become sentient. Bud, come on. Ghosts don't exist. Do they? Because if they do, all I can think about is that damn tree now. Ah, right, the tree. Does that mean it's haunted? It could be. Heck. This is above my pay grade. That's funny. Don't get how you can be so calm about this. Well, I don't really go near the area, so I'm not worried about it. It's not gonna bother me. Well, why wouldn't I be? I mean, there have been all sorts of customers here. Some of them are so out of this world, even. Sometimes literally. You're right. Oh, I wonder if Georgie knows about Neil. Probably for the best that he didn't. I guess you're right. Not the ones who's being weird here. I guess you're not the one who's being weird here. Don't say that. Everyone has their own... What? I don't know that word. I don't know this word. Hold on. Google. How do you pronounce this word? Fuck all that. I ain't about to look like a jackass on stream. At least, not in this light. How did you know that's what I was spelling? Here, I'm gonna let Google pronounce it for you. A small, relatively unimportant offense or sin. There you go. Word of the day. Well, second word of the day. True that. If you don't mind telling me, though, may I ask the reason you're so afraid of ghosts? Gosh, no. That's a long story. Not something I really talk about anyways. Sounds understandable. All you need to know is my fear was never caused by actual ghosts. Oh? Was it a bad horror movie? The Grudge or The Ring, maybe? Suggestion is a very powerful thing over it. But that's all I'm willing to share for now. Thanks for sharing. It's basically... I don't know if he's really going to get into it or not, but... It's kind of one of those things where, like, you think there's a ghost, or you think that a place is haunted, but when enough people believe that it is, you basically create this psychic connection to that place, and it creates its own energy, and it actually feels haunted now because of this unconscious stigma that was placed on it by a bunch of people. It's a thing. It's more on the scientific side than it is the, oh, I'm gone. Okay, bye. I don't know what just happened. Hold on. I dropped something. Hold on. Are we good? Are we back? Okay. Sorry about that. It's more, as I was saying before I fell out of my chair, I guess. Fuck. It's more scientific than it is supernatural, though, as far as that particular scenario is concerned. You know, it's funny. My grandpop was very into this stuff. The one who gave you the lighter, fam? I feel like there's a weird connection going on here. There's a lot of themes going on here. So is my daughter. They're like my opposites. Very curious, fascinated by the unknown. Not that I'm not, mind you. It's just with my time as a cop and all, unknown variables usually mean trouble. Yep, that's facts. Yeah, the unknown normally when it gets quiet or a place that is normally crowded is no longer crowded. That's a threatening sign normally. That's normally a sign that shit's about to go down, and never the good kinds. So that's kind of one of those instinctual feelings. I see, that makes sense. They're the kind of people who could see things from nothing. And I mean that in the best way possible. Like, you know, the Zen rock garden thing from Japan. They understand the Zenness of it. I don't. But that doesn't stop me from thinking it's chill, you know. I think you almost got it. Yeah. But I'm sure he and my daughter could talk about it more for hours. Too bad he passed away before she was born. Sorry to hear that. Don't be. He was old. It happens. On that note, over it. You've seen my lighter, right? I'd say I'm pretty well acquainted with it now, yes. My bad. That thing is originally my grandpop's. He bought it sometime after the war ended. It was to commemorate the upcoming new era, he said. In more ways than one. He got honorably discharged due to a severe leg injury he'd never been able to recover from. Ah. At the time, he was living right across the street from the former town hall. For obvious reasons, he couldn't walk far. So it was a good location for him with all the veteran supports nearby. If only we had that now. It's a fucking miracle if you're a veteran you can get any damn help without having a family involved. If you're single and a veteran, they don't give a fuck about you. They're more worried about making more money off of the family. I guess. I don't know. I sure as shit don't get a lot of attention, that's for sure. Even when I tried to seek it. I don't know. I guess some people are just more fucking important, I guess. Instead of us all being equally valued. But that's a different sidebar. Now about that street. You see, my grandpop liked to chat. Never liked being alone, that guy. Plus, he pretty much hated his bleak room. Unfortunately, when you've gone to war, being alone with your thoughts is probably more dangerous than being in the middle of a firefight. So sometimes he'd go and hang out with the street vendors in front of his place. There were all kinds of beings there, along with their pets from all walks of life. That's why he had a lot of stories about the craziest things. I see. You see, the street's name just came to my mind last night. Can you take a guess what it is? You mean Bourne Street, uh-huh. It wasn't called that before. That's why the whole thing didn't click for me straight away. But I went through his files and it checks out. Does that mean the vendors he was talking about? Bingo. And you know what? He bought the lighter there. Holy shit! He was hanging out with the fairies. Or the fae folk. So he's got a fairy lighter. That would explain the energy that comes from it. Wow, what a coincidence. Are you sure it's only a coincidence? What do you mean? Come on. Ain't no way they're just coincidences over it. Everything's lining up too perfectly, if you ask me. Homeboy. Homie, chill. Have you gotten a coffee yet? You need something to drink, man. Think about what's happened so far. It was my team that found out about the vandalism before they dumped the whole case on me. Then my car was hit. Out of everyone's. Right? Then my luck started tanking. The broken mug, the fan, the black cat. Just tons of weird stuff happening in the past week alone, you see. One thing led to another. My team was chosen to lead the investigation. Tell me, who's in charge of the case? Me! Then there's the Banshee lady, your patron, with some information I wouldn't have thought of. The dead tree stuff, the fairy market, information I wouldn't have even have remembered on my own. Yeah, okay. And now we know why I kept losing my lighter, right? How are they not connected? Tell me. Well, if you list them all in order like that, I guess in a way it could seem like that, but I don't know. I'm telling you over it, that place is calling for me. The case is made for me. But they really picked the wrong guy. I'm just real bad at dealing with spooks. I mean, you have all the resources available to you, my guy. I mean, look at the kind of crowd you hang out with at this coffee shop. You're gonna tell me that you can't crack this fucking case with the intel that you can gather from individuals who's literally been on this planet twice the amount of time that we've existed? Well, you, technically. Apparently, I'm a part of that other crowd. They make me question everything I've ever known, you know? I've always thought you're pretty good at handling ambiguity, officer. Not when it comes to supernatural stuff. Homie, like, your neighbor's supernatural. What do you mean? I'm supernatural. Because we don't know enough about what's real and what's not. Do you know? We just had a banshee in here. And a satyr. And a werewolf and a vampire. Who's technically classified as undead. Or the real vampires are. I don't know if he's like a different kind of vampire. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I don't know what kind of vampires these are. Different lore, different stories, different shit. Different intel. Still trying to figure out how the veganism works, so, I mean, I guess we're just gonna accept it. I mean, I know that there are forebears that in a lore where they don't drink straight from the vein. So they basically go to, like, local butcheries and drink, the red water that comes from, when they cut up the animals and, package the meat and everything. That's the best way I can say it without it possibly capping me. I don't know. What will they do? Will they hurt us? Do they bring bad luck? Good luck? What's the truth? Who knows? Maybe you should take a day off and catch up on your sleep. Oh, what's that? No, nothing. Another patron of mine suggested a documentary to watch. Yeah? The focus was on interesting drinks from around the world. You could find everything from the mundane to the extreme. From local comforts to really special stuff. And I kept thinking one particular drink might interest in you. Oh? Something like a protection drink. Coffee, honey, lemon, and a slew of other ingredients. Huh. Protection from what, though? Evil spirits, bad luck, I think. Maybe it'll help ease your mind a bit. Gotcha. But over it, even if the whole situation is haunted, there shouldn't be any evil spirits, right? I wouldn't know. But I might need your lighter. What for? Well, the drink needs to be lit up. I just think your lighter might give it that extra magic boost it needs. Compared to just using a regular flame, I mean. What are you going to make me anyways? Nah, I trust you. Here. It exudes an interesting feel. Okay, then make me this magical drink you've learned over it. What did I say? Oh, what did I say it was made out of? 5 seconds later, it forgets the entire fucking thing. Come on now. Coffee, honey, lemon. Holy shit! Oh my god. Kimura. This is insane. Oh wow. The drink does light up, huh? Yep, this is special just for you. So don't tell anybody. Roger that. There you go. Oof, careful. Dang, over it. This is really something else. You sure it's okay to drink? I have no idea. I'll take responsibility if anything happens. Huh. I'm just being silly, aren't I? Sorry for bothering you with all this stuff. I just want to make sure. I did give it back, right? Okay. You even made me this crazy drink to make me feel better. Don't say that. I am always happy to help however I can. Oh, fuck. Thanks. Man. At least with crooks you can actually deal directly with them, you know? Not in the case with apparitions. Not with that attitude. Who the fuck are you? Huh? Who are you? Who the fuck is this guy? Everything can be caught with a little elbow grease. Not actual elbow grease. I won't make that mistake again. Are you fucking... Okay, that's hilarious. McQueen? And who the fuck is this? I take it he's a private investigator or some shit? Is that you? Hello, Williams. Oh, fucking Roy Mustang looking ass. Look at him. It's been a while. It is you. It is you. Surprises just keep coming this week. Let me go over there. Damn, that forearm is fucking huge. Interesting. Does he not have... Is he missing an arm? You know each other? More or less. We were brunch buddies. I feel like I meant to say in the same I feel like I meant to say brunch buddies in the same serious tone. But I don't like to talk about it. I still get nightmares. I feel ya. I wasn't sure we were gonna make it out alive. We were truly the lucky ones. Without a doubt. I'll just take both of your words for it. Good. Because I don't like to talk about it. So what brings you here, detective? Surely it's not the coffee. Secret police reasons. I've not read the briefing yet. But enough about me. Tell me about your supernatural problems. Yeah? You need to bust a ghost? Oh. Well, busting might be a little much. I was just talking to Overit about getting over my fear of that stuff. And ghosts? Something like that. What the fuck is going on? Who the fuck is this guy? Brunch buddies, huh? Doesn't want to talk about it. I don't see his other arm, and it kind of looks like the way he's sitting that he's missing an arm, and I'm starting to wonder if maybe it has to do with, like, time and service accident or something, and brunch is a code word. I'm weak against ghostly looking stuff. I get freaked out easily. For example, I admit I got a little spooked by what happened on Bourne Street the other day. I remember that. I know very well that unchecked fear leads to prejudice. That's why it's a no-no in my book. But it even pains me to admit that out loud. Sometimes the toughest case to crack is ourselves. Other times it's ghosts. How do you do it, detective? Your cases, man. I'd have probably lost all my hair by now if I were you. I try not to think about it all the time. Mr. Serious over here. And when I do think about it, I think, who else will do it? Nobody, that's who. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm gonna check my tweets. I've never seen this guy before. He's another new character. So it looks like we've got 3 new characters. You know why the satyrs from France are more musical than ones from America? Because they have French horns. I hate you. You know, once you get over the dead part, they're just like you and me. Look, I remember this one case we were investigating, a haunted apartment. This lady, her husband had recently passed away, but wasn't moving on, if you get my drift. Real deadbeat, couldn't take a hint. Anyways, we had to go in and exorcise the place. But the husband, he caught wind and he retreated into the basement. I won't get into details about it. I'm not using these big ass words. Get fucked. But it's harder to get a ghost out of a basement or an attic. It's all about angles, really. I mean, I get it. That used to be his home. All this stuff is still there. It's hard, I get that. Shit, when it's my time, I'm out. I ain't trying to stay here. The fuck you mean? And if something keeps me here, I'm gonna be pissed. It's gonna be everyone's fucking problem. So I'm slowly going down the stairs, try to coax him out. Bam! Next, all this romantic music is playing, and the whole place is lit by a spotlight. Basic sensory illusion, classic ghost tricks. What the fuck? We're really talking about ghosts being real in this light. Then before I knew it hit me, I'm sitting at this pottery wheel, and he's behind me. And wait. Isn't this the plot of the 1990 film Ghost? Oh. Maybe? We had a movie night at work and I dozed off before it started. The story must have slipped into my subconscious. Riveting. Okay. They really didn't put a lot of effort into these extra characters, did they? Those guys look like they're fucking brothers. Jesus, the guy. 4 arms on this guy. I don't like this. I don't want this much uniform in my shop, if I'm being honest. I get they gotta meet somewhere, but go away. Hey, detective. Hey, people I don't know. Y'all are strange. I don't know. Maybe it's because they're new, but they're strange. Something's off about these individuals. Did you get your important errand? Did you do the thing? Fuck it, we're moving on. I sure did. Dooley, I can see crumbs stuck to your face. That's just the rain. It's very bready rain. There's filling all over your top. That's blood from a gunshot wound. It's sealed up though. Are we really doing this? Are we really doing this? I should have stopped at the other one with Gala and Hyde. This sucks. I don't like this. You're literally holding the receipt from the donut shop. That's why they pay you the big bucks, detective. So what'd I miss? We're talking about getting rid of Officer Williams' fear of ghosts. Hey, ghosts? Yeah, you're afraid of them, right, Dooley? No idea, never met one. We stopped a ghost riot. Ghosts aren't real. So you don't need to be scared of them. Easy. There you go, I guess. Sorry that wasn't much help. Something's weird about this bit. I don't know. Something's really weird about this bit. Nah. What you said, they're just like us. It's a good thing to be reminded of. Exactly. They just used to be alive like us. As long as they don't try to eat, possess, violently murder you, you should be fine. Very assuring. This is a weird bit, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Just talk to them. Feel their culture. Listen to their issues and spectral wails. Treat them like any other person. See what's on the inside. Motherfucker, I don't know what's going on. This guy, I don't know what's going on here. I don't like this. Which should be easy since you can see right through him. I thought you didn't believe in ghosts. It's best not to overthink anything he says. Certainly don't. All brawn, no brain up there. There's not a lot going on. The hamster's running on the wheel and he's fucking exhausted. Oh, well, thanks for the advice. I think it'll help. Our pleasure. Now, Dooley, I think we should read that case briefing and find out why we're here. I already did. Oh? Turns out we were meant to arrest the person driving that taxi. Instead of taking it all the way to Seattle, yes. Why? This feels like such useless information right now. I feel like these two characters are just here. Like they couldn't, nothing else could have been done. I don't know. I don't like these two characters. Something's off about them. Which is funny since we already have two characters that are off, but there's a reason why. These guys look human, but they look real fucking sus. And no, I'm not profiling because they're human. Because Officer Georgie's a human too. But these motherfuckers, I don't know. There's something weird. A, they look the same. Like, really the same. They look like they might be related. One guy seems like he's dumber than a box of rocks. The other dude seems like he's way too serious about every fucking thing. The driver was a chupacabra. Okay, let's get out of here, Dooley. Good luck, officer. Thanks, McQueen. A lot. You too, Officer Dooley. Bye, guy. Good luck with your rat problem or whatever. What was the purpose of these two? What was the purpose? We're not gonna see him again, right? They're just here for this time? Bye, Coffee Wizard. What the absolute fuck is going on? Take care. That was quite something. Well, what do you know, over it? Looks like my good luck is back. Feeling like $1 million now. I'm very glad you do. Thanks anyways, over it. I really did nothing much. Are you sure you're going to be okay? Okay enough to start thinking about what to do next. Am I the only one who thought your two little fucking friends were kind of off? I'm done here for the night. You have a good evening, alright? Please keep me updated, officer, and stay safe. Will do. I guess just in the nick of time. Alright then. Maybe I'll go check the stock and... Did the cat come back? That was 2. Miss Riona, welcome. Hello. How's the traffic out there? It's a mess. There's this construction work taking place on Lenore Avenue. Oof. I can imagine the gridlock already. Fortunately, I have no deliveries to make today. That's great, I'm happy you're here. Anything I can make for you this evening? I'd like something for my throat. I would appreciate a cup of tea infused with lemon and honey, so cough syrup. Wait. Cough syrup, right? I'm not overthinking this. Here you go, miss. I don't think this is what I ordered. You're right. I'm truly sorry. Let me remake it for you. No, never mind. Are you serious right now? Oh my god. Fuck. Hold on, guys. Let's fucking restart the day. Come on! You would fucking take your sweet ass time loading when I'm in a hurry. Come on now. Alright. We're gonna fast forward a little bit. We're gonna go through some shit. Hang in there, guys. We're gonna try and fast forward through all that nonsense and then try and get the order right. The day was just about to close too, and so we can end the video, but I'm anal attentive about this shit. I love how I got an achievement for every mistake I fucking make. Oh, for fuck's sake. What was the magical drink again? Let me get through this. God damn it. Where? Coffee, honey, lemon, and set it on fire. Got it. And then make sure to give the lighter back. Alright, there we go. Now, fast forward. I still think this is a weird interaction and I don't like it. Flash media warning for those of you, don't pay too much attention to the dialogue box. Look away. We're just gonna trying to fast forward back to the Banshee because I fucked it up. Apparently it was regular tea, lemon and honey, and not green tea. Apparently the cough syrup wasn't the fucking ideal thing, even though she said she wanted something for her throat. Alright. Midsummer Night's Dream. Sounds about right. Boom. Cup of warm Midsummer Night's Dream for you, miss. That's what we call it here. Wow, whimsical. There, we fixed the issue. Is someone else coming in? It's wonderful. Sweet but well balanced with the lemon. Oh no, it's the other thing. Sweet but well balanced with lemon and a slight bitterness of the tea completes the taste. Thank you. You're very welcome. By the way, you just missed Officer Georgie by a few seconds. Is that so? How is he? He's been thinking about what you said quite a bit, actually. Oh? He's currently dealing with plenty of clues he isn't used to. That's why he's hard at work at the moment. I see. Would you mind doing me a favor? Oh, what do you mean? Could you give my contact info to him? We only connected via Bluetooth last time, so... Oh? An email address and phone number are written on it belonging to Riona Sharon. A piece of blue card with an email address, phone number written on it. What I said a few days ago may have been a bit overwhelming. It is possible that I spoke more than was necessary. All because I couldn't help but feel a pang of bitterness knowing that knowing what happened to the tree. That's entirely understandable, though. But it is not my intention to interfere with his work. As such, if he inquires any assistance, please do let me know. It is the least I can do, as I realize there would be plenty of difficulty obtaining information. I mean, because Officer Georgie is human, and we semi-physical beings have our own way of sharing information as such. I understand what you mean. Okay. I'm sure even as a Banshee, she might be able to actually, like, talk to those who are of the other. I don't wish to incriminate anything or anyone. It's fine, I get it. I'm glad. I'd say you've already helped him out in more ways than one. Sorry, did you say something? I was zoning out for a little while. I'll pass this off to him. Thanks. You're welcome. Bad traffic aside, how are you? To be honest, I've had a lot on my mind as of late. I don't know how to express it without sounding pathetic. Well, I'm all ears regardless. That may actually be part of the problem, I'm afraid. Pardon? You know. I've held conversations with more individuals over the past week than I've had in the past few years. Is that good or bad? It's troubling. I'm sorry about that. I don't mean it necessarily in a negative way. It's just... I used to believe that I had a settled life objective. But I've been doubting it lately. How come? Oh! I don't talk to any fucking body outside of my own little slice of hell. I have no need for it. Making new friends and acquaintances? Like, I'm probably the only person out of the 3 people that work the shop who does not really get any visitors whatsoever. Outside of customers coming in and buying stuff, and we talk and we chat it up for the moment, because they're just passing the time, you know, while, you know, the missus is out shopping with the kids, or vice versa. And, you know, that's it. Nobody comes and sees if I'm there. Nobody comes and hangs out like the other 2 always has somebody hanging out with them, shooting the shit throughout the day. Me, I don't do that. I don't need to. I keep it cordial with the locals for sure. I don't start shit with nobody at the mall. But most of the time it's just me talking on the phone with somebody and passing the time on a slow day, or obviously I take care of my customers. I'll set the phone down, be like, hey, be right back with you, be right back, you know, set the phone down and I go deal with the customer. And then I just go back to passing the time when there's nothing else to clean and there's nothing else to put on the shelf. So, you know, I'm pretty secluded and pretty solitary. People wave at me as they go by, but they don't come in. I guess it's just my demeanor. I'm not really there to make friends or do anything. I'm just here to collect a paycheck and go home. Most people get that. I finally heard back from Miss Rachel yesterday. Oh, any good news? No. Our fields are admittedly quite different, so I was not expecting much. However, she provided me with some contacts who may be of assistance. Even though they had no direct connection to the audience I'm trying to reach. I see. She explained clearly why she thinks I should contact them, however, which I'm thankful for. It's very thoughtful for her. So what's the battle plan? And why are you doubting yourself? In essence, the advice has slowly increased my network to make myself known. Oh? Sounds familiar, doesn't it? You can probably guess my concern about that. I think so, but you could give me a refresher. Just so I didn't misunderstand. I feel like that would be a shortcut, so to speak. Right. But it's not, though. Like, sure, streamers that started out with only just the YouTubes, before Mixer, before Twitch, before TikTok and all these other platforms, even Vine, before Vine was a thing, YouTube was the only means to kind of get your work out there. And, you know, it does seem a little... It does seem like, you know, everyone else has more options for getting big versus what a lot of the greats today had to go through. And most of them, you know, they were doing all their own stunts, doing all their own work, and, you know, doing all their own editing and shit. So, I guess we could see the animosity, but the thing is, even the greats have all these other platforms, and they utilize them to reach out to more groups. They don't really see it as, like, cutting corners or anything. It's just reaching a different audience base. That's all it is. But I guess I could see why someone would think of it as like, oh, just make a couple of TikToks and start with a YouTube channel and go from there. Whereas, you know, content creators nowadays have more platforms to use. And now we have Patreon and OnlyFans as well. And yes, OnlyFans can be used for other things. It just blew up in the weird way that it did. And I think they've long since, like, I'm pretty sure they've put some guidelines into play for that. But even OnlyFans, where it's like just exclusive content, where if it's just me cussing, ranting, and raving about stupid shit that I don't otherwise want a public audience to get a hold of, that's what would OnlyFans and a Patreon be. It's more of an exclusive VIP. You actually gotta pay to get that content kind of stuff. So I guess I could see why she kind of feels some type of way about the whole networking thing, but I don't really see what she's trying to do, if I'm being honest. Like, you still have to record yourself, you still have to get your music out there, but I mean, you can't stand on the corner anymore with a CD or a fucking cassette tape saying, hey, you want to hear my mixtape? It's fire. You know, like, you actually have to do some sort of networking, and it's 2023, so networking now is not the same as networking back then. So it's not really a shortcut, it's just a modernization of what you would have done back in the day. She did, however, remind me of an important and humbling fact. The fact that it's 2023? I'm sorry, we're moving on. What would that be? Well, oh, but it's not guaranteed you'll get anything out of it, don't you think? It's not guaranteed you'll get anything out of it. Unless you're really, really sure that so-called shortcut is 100% going to work. Because you'll have to do way, way more than just making a few calls and waiting for callbacks. I'd say that's a decent impression of her. Thank you. After that, she told me a story about her early career experience, both good and bad. Getting noticed is truly only the beginning. Oh yeah, no. Once you get noticed, you still gotta maintain that fucking audience. You gotta keep their attention. If you don't, that getting noticed is just after that. You still gotta put something on the table to keep their attentions. It's just like think of it as a carny, you know? You got your sideshow, you know, performers and all that shit. You gotta stand out above the rest of them. You gotta be the one they want to come to, whose show they want to come to and stay at, rather than getting up and walking away and finding someone else to entertain them. It's a very similar concept. It's just online nowadays. But hell, I went to Ren Fair, it's the same concept. There's like 10 fucking shows going on at the same time. And you gotta see how you're gonna get to all of them, especially if you only got a day to try and get it all in. And unfortunately, it's not realistic if you want to get all the shows, because it's spaced out, and even though it seems pretty small on the map, that's a lot of fucking walking to do. I did one full circle and my ass hurt the next day. My glutes were killing me. Calves were killing me. Ankles, knees were killing me. So yeah, you gotta make fucking tracks too in between shows if you're gonna try and be like, oh, we're gonna do this show and then we're gonna go over do this show. Motherfucker, the other show's on the other side of the park. I'm just saying. But no, you really do have to keep the attention though. You really gotta have something to bring to the table. But also, it's gotta be interesting enough for people to stay at the table. You know what I mean? Then it's easier matter of letting your talent speak for you, or just go out there to develop connections with the right people. Even then, there's still no guarantee of success. It's just like just like being a new up-and-coming streamer or VTuber. Hell, shit. Now, y'all kind of see my progression and digression as we move along. Started out with just audio, then finally got a camera, then had to get a new camera. Was it a new camera? No, it was a new mic. What the fuck? Yeah, you know, the stuff and things. And then I was doing some other side shit that made it seem like it was kind of ass quality. And now here we are. We're still, and this isn't even the final form, you know? This isn't even the peak. But you know what? Whatever gets more following, and also we've got really great content coming, you know, in the future. And it's all stuff you have to consider when you're going into it. Big name fucking games, especially if you're a gamer streamer or a variety streamer, you got to see what everyone else is doing, and then you also got to decide if you want to do it or not, because you have to do something different, so to speak. You know, you have to bring something to the table that someone else isn't already bringing. Like, everybody can play fucking Diablo 3 or Destiny and fucking Zelda. But what are you gonna do during that time? What are you gonna talk about that someone else hasn't talked about? What are you gonna do to hold that audience? When there's 3 of you motherfuckers, well, there's more than 3, but we're gonna keep the numbers smaller because smooth brain. I can't make an analogy by making big numbers. But when there's like 3 of you doing the same fucking thing, you gotta stand out, you know? There's obviously more than 3. Moving on. After listening to her explanation, I respect Miss Rachel's determination. I can certainly see how it worked out for her. But then, I was left wondering whether Mr. Lucas meant something similar during our first meeting. Right. I thought it all sounded familiar. Will you try her suggestion then? I don't know. Is it difficult? No more difficult than sending reels to every audition I've come across. And then being rejected every single one. But for some reason I feel conflicted about it. I see where she is. I see what she's saying, but at the same time, again, this is 2023. This isn't back in the day where you have to do the traditional way, because really, you're also giving a physical copy of something to somebody, and what if they're rejecting it but taking what you're giving them, and them taking what you gave them, and they're taking it and turning it into something of their own, and now you might get copyrighted every time you open your fucking mouth because some jackass just stole your shit, you know? Whereas if you make an account, you verify it, you get the blue check mark, or whatever the fuck, become affiliate here and shit, you get that branding in a bit. You kind of get that safe space where your shit kind of isn't gonna get stolen, question mark, you know? Isn't as likely, or it could be more likely. I mean, it's a double-edged fucking sword no matter how you look at it. But it's definitely easier to get yourself out there when you've got a fucking camera and a phone. And a good mic if you're singing. For sure, for sure. Or a bad mic if you just want that sound quality, because believe it or not, sometimes shit audio does sound good when you're trying to do stuff with it. You know, creative stuff like soundboards or crazy phrases or trying to sing in a weird tuned out way. Anything's got potential if you know what the fuck you're working, if you know what the fuck to do with it. I feel conflicted about it. All right, moving on. We gotta get through this. It's almost 9:30. I'm ready to watch some anime. Speaking of Mr. Lucas, he and I have also continued our correspondence. I think he likes you. I'm just kidding. I don't care. He definitely sees himself in you. Ah! Just kidding. He's probably, I think his rough background, probably gives him some sort of sentiment towards anyone who wants to be up and coming. And he doesn't want the same thing to happen to anyone else, so he wants to give them a better way of getting exposure. His mind's in the right place. He's just fucking awkward, bud. Wish you weren't so fucking awkward, bud. Although perhaps it was more like a necessity? Did something happen? He was stuck. Pardon? Actually, he posted about it on social media last night. Considering I haven't gotten the Tomodachi of those two strange individuals, I don't think they're coming back. They were just wild cards. I don't know why. I don't even know why the fuck they were there. They're just randos, and honestly, I'd be cool if they never came back. Oh? I might have seen it. Did you? I came across it when I was updating my schedule and responded out of concern. Then he called me, almost immediately. He was loud. All sounds in order. And extremely drunk. Oh yeah, the party. Really? He denied it at first. But it was too obvious not to notice. He told me he was walking aimlessly deep in thought and entered Cary Park without realizing he'd done so. Must have been some deep thinking he was doing because I don't think it rained pretty hard last night. Well, I wouldn't know. The bus to and from here is currently not operating after 10 p.m. Which is why I sent him a message informing him of that fact, and he seemed to be unaware of it. So he called me to ask if there was any other mode of public transit nearby. Wouldn't it have been easier for him to just call a cab? He told me he wanted to know the city better. At midnight? Why not? After all, you operate your business after dark, don't you? Touché. Perhaps he just didn't want to go home yet. I've had those nights. There have been nights where I would, leave the bar just because I was done drinking and didn't need to drink anymore, but didn't want to go home, and I'd go for a fucking walk. But I'd go for a walk in places where it would be normal to go for a walk. And I'd, like, put my headphones in and just kind of vibe with it, not look suspicious at all. Especially since the way I walk with this sense of purpose where cops don't give a shit. Most of the time when motherfuckers find out you're a veteran, they kind of leave you to their own devices. And I went for really long walks at night, just because the world was quieter then. Everyone's asleep, all the kids are done screaming because they're in bed, and all the other people are done walking their vicious fur babies, and everyone's kind of fucked off for the most part. Minus the other night owls like me, and we always cross the street from one another because we don't want to come in contact because we can't be bothered. There's like a code almost. Want to go home yet? Thank you for the fish, Esper. And I might be mistaken here, but I thought he doesn't like drinking. Have headed to bed. Alright, good night, Esper. Y'all have a good night. Sleep well. Y'all gonna eat that pizza in the fridge? And I might be mistaken here, but I thought he doesn't like drinking. Wasn't it partying? Nevertheless, I think last night was quite different. Oh? It appears he had dinner with his team, and he needed the extra courage in order to negotiate with them about his proposed new direction. Oh. How did that go? I see. I suppose it didn't go as expected? Perhaps. And I know that feeling all too well. Miss. However, he said he will keep negotiating until they reach a compromise. That's good. Is it though? I will say this much. When, God forbid, you assume that something's a good thing or a bad thing, and then that person decides to challenge you and be like, is it though? Like, do you even know how I feel about that? Like, I don't care much about those types where they're just automatically about to get offended, even though something is casual. Like, when you do something that's normal, a normal casual conversation response, but then you get that one person that somehow finds issue with it, I don't like that. I've never liked it when someone tries to challenge me and make me question what social norm is when I've lived on this piece of shit planet as long as I have. And then you're gonna try and have this what on the surface look like a normal conversation, and then I'm like, oh, okay, well, congrats. That's why some days when someone says that they're gonna be doing something big, I'll look at them and I'll just be like, okay, congrats and or sorry. I don't really know how I'm supposed to respond now, since like 10 motherfuckers have decided to check me when I either say I'm sorry or congrats. So I always just question, like, should I be congratulating you or should I be giving you condolences? At this point, I have to just start asking how I should fucking respond to somebody's predicament. And when I find myself doing that more and more often, I find myself saying, why bother going out when I can stay the fuck home? And that's why I stay the fuck home. Because there's too many people out here challenging my way of thinking, challenging how I should respond to things, when I have been here for 30 fucking years. Nothing has changed. Just because you want to change the game, doesn't mean I want to play this new game that you've changed it into. Sorry, no. Piss off. If you don't want to have a normal fucking conversation with me and you're looking for a fight, find someone else. I'm not here for it. I'm over it. Miss Rachel told me about the hoops she had to jump through at the beginning of her career with her teammates as well. Likewise, Mr. Lucas has to work hard to attain approval from his team for his actions. What? Fuck all that. Why the fuck? It must be a contract deal or something, but that sounds dumb. The whole point of being a part of a team is not constantly seeking approval. Y'all should just be on the same fucking page, and if not, work it the fuck out. Resolve it or dissolve it. Seeking approval? Bitch, please. Whose approval? The fuck? They should already approve if you're a team. You're a team. That means fuck all that. How can they still be so positive? You think that it's a positive. What do you mean? I just cannot picture myself convincing others to give me a chance like that. Then fuck it, don't convince them, just take the chance. Throw the shit up on YouTubes. Say that this is my cover for this song, or this is how I feel today, and if you like it, great. If you don't, fuck off. I almost wanted to ask, why do we have to be at the mercy of others in order to succeed or fail? I ain't at the mercy of nobody. What the fuck you mean? I'm doing this for fun regardless if I get 50 followers or not. If I get it, great, I'll keep doing it. And if I don't, I'll probably just keep doing it because it's something to fucking do, you know? It gets me out of fucking bed. Now, if it had been, you know, if she's looking at it for something to pay the bills, then it might be a different scenario, but I don't think that's the case. She does deliveries, so I don't think it's a bill-related thing. Can't talent speak for itself? Yes, it can. As a matter of fact, you just haven't tried it yet. Yes, it's a competitive marketplace, but if you go in with the mindset knowing that, yeah, I'm competing against all these other people, but at the same time, am I though? Because let's be real, I follow a lot of individuals, and sometimes they're not on all at the same time. So it's not as competitive as you would think, because everyone's got their own flavors. Everyone's got their own niche, their own genre. I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking at this from my perspective as a streamer, but also as someone who's on the other side as a consumer. It's not easy either way. You know, fuck, this shit's difficult. And sitting hours on end chopping up videos, fuck my life. But still, you gotta find meaning in it somehow. Oh, are you gonna die on me at the end? You're a piece of shit. I know you're not telling me you didn't charge this whole time, you piece of crap. I know you're not. Alright. Sorry, fucking controller died. Alright, moving on. But if I truly believe that, with the number of rejections I have received so far, I should have stopped a long time ago, shouldn't I? But you have not, which means maybe a part of you doesn't believe that it's talent alone. Who knows? Who knows? Right, that's why it doesn't work that way. What do you mean? To let talent speak for itself, we would all have to have the same standards. I see what you mean. Art would cease to be art if it were standardized, wouldn't it? However, doesn't that imply that everything still depends on the whims of individual judging you at that moment? Yes and no. The shit that I do is not based off the whims of anybody. As a matter of fact, I'm doing what I do based off of my experience as the person who has followed streamers and VTubers. Someone who has consumed that kind of content and actually enjoys that kind of content. But I can't say that I can watch it all day long, because my mind just doesn't work like that. Sometimes I want to read a book, sometimes I want to draw or color, sometimes I want to play a video game, sometimes I just want to play with myself, I don't know. Or watch an anime, or watch a YouTube video. We're so sporadic in nature, we humans. That's why it's important to have a variety to choose from nowadays. We don't just consume one thing at a time anymore. And why not? Fuck it. I'm your fuck. Well, that word's gone. I was gonna say I'm basically gluttony, and I entertain anything indulging. But I've lost the term that I was going to use for a title, but it's gone. But yeah, no, I don't know. I just feel like it doesn't all depend on just the whims. Yes, you do want to have a big following, you want to maintain that following, but I believe that at the end of the day, you gotta bring something to the table that someone else isn't bringing. And there's plenty of demonic type VTubers and impish, streamers and people with my type of, mindset, background. I can't say whether or not I've met anybody with my voice. The whole 30-year-old female human with a fucking 14-year-old boy voice is not common unless you're a fucking voice actor, Spoiler alert, Ash Ketchum was voice acted by a female. And there's a lot of male-type, high squeaky-voiced individuals in the anime realm who the character was male, but the voice actor was female. So, there's that. So, there's something out there for everyone. And you just basically gotta hope that you're something for somebody, really. That's really the competitiveness of it. A lot of people would rather be watching someone else right now than me, and that's fine. Not a big deal. Even if I'm just that fallback, like nobody else is on today, I guess I'm gonna go hang out with this fucker. That's fine. You don't have to. I mean, you're not hurting my feelings though. That's fine. As long as I'm here to do something for you, But I'm not gonna cater to anybody's whims. Now, if I ask for a suggestion, yeah, sure, that's me asking for a suggestion. I'm asking for it. But, just throwing stuff out there saying, hey, you should do this, hey, should you do that, and it's, like, unwarranted or unsolicited, as in, like, I didn't request it, I didn't open up a poll or anything, yeah, no, I'm probably gonna ignore you. Because I don't like being told what to do. And that's my chaos. Hell, even if I ask you to make a decision for me, my chaos and my persona, I may do the opposite. You never know. So it's always, but that's also fun. That can also be pretty fucking fun in its own right, Alright, we're moving on. We're almost done, damn it. Of course I'm gonna get triggered on a rant right at the end. So how does someone like Miss Rachel or Miss Lucas manage to be fine with that? I wouldn't say that they're fine with it. Miss Rachel is completely different from Lucas. Miss Rachel is doing something that she absolutely loves, and people love her for that. Whereas Lucas, yeah, unfortunately, he may or may not have been kind of bred into being the fan's servant, so to speak. They're actually completely polar opposites. And also, Rachel's an idol. It's an idol versus an influencer, and those are two completely... They do get bunched together sometimes, but the problem is an idol is someone people are a fan of, right? But an influencer, that person really has to care about the fans' wants and needs. They're going to try and bring up this following and breed this group of people, not breed, but like generate this group of people that have these wants, needs, likes, and dislikes. It's a little bit different. Perhaps because they don't see it as the be-all, end-all. Oh, gross. What do you mean? Rather than viewing them as judges with the authority to determine their fates. Perhaps they simply see them as hills to either overcome or avoid, if that makes sense. Just a matter of perspective as to where the power lies. But it's not easy to climb those hills, especially if you've never done it before. Of course. That's why you seek guidance from those who are already doing it and seeing what they do. See what appeals to people and see what doesn't appeal to people. But really, it's not even as black and white as that. Sometimes what doesn't appeal to some people is the fucking tits for another group of people. Hey, there's people out there that are interested in damn near anything. I've had individuals that think it's the fucking greatest thing on earth when I lose my shit. It's not healthy for me, though. That's why I try not to do it often. But apparently it's the tits for some people. They're fucking here for it. But it's like it's a small group. But still people. There's still people out there that's into it. Therefore, it's good to try and find out what works for you, or ask for guidance, or assistance even. Because one can't possibly know every single way to overcome obstacles. No. That's why it's trial and error. That's why it's called trial and error. You're gonna fail before you succeed. Sometimes you get lucky and you succeed before you fail. But the thing is, you gotta learn from it. That's the takeaway. You have to learn regardless. Even when you succeed, you need to learn what it meant, what it took to succeed, how it felt, and, you know, all the factors that went into that. You know, you don't just learn from your failures. You also learn from your successes as well. You learn how it changes you, how it alters you, how it affects you and the people around you. Both of them do, obviously. Just two different sides of the same coin. Or be able to safely recognize warning signs without first learning about them from others. Is that what you're trying to say? You just gotta do it, fam. You're not gonna know how to swim if you don't jump into the water, I'm just saying. Just make sure you jump into the shallow end where you can at least stand up and save yourself. But always practice. Still. Miss Riona? Yes. Sorry, I got a bit lost in my thoughts. You're fine, I promise. But speaking of Mr. Lucas, what happened to him after the call? I picked him up and drove him home. Oh, look at you looking out for your people. Look, hey man, we streamers gotta look out for each other. Gotta look out for each other. Whoa. But I thought you were located in Belleville. I am. But I still had unfinished business in the downtown area. Moreover, he suddenly began singing quite loudly near the end of your call. Which led me to conclude that it would be best for me to go fetch him. Goddamn Goddamn drunk satyr singing in the fucking park at midnight. Oh man, what? What would that even sound like? Yeah, no, they'd end up calling Officer Georgie on his ass real quick. Our sound ordinance law is 11:30, so I already know he was breaking some rules. I see. How was his singing, in your opinion? It wasn't too bad. If not for the fact that he was screaming most of the lyrics, that is. Well, his hoodie was soaked when I was arrived, so he had to take it off before he got into my car. Thankfully, the water did not completely soak through his shirt, so he remained relatively dry. However, I still had to lay down the seat covers, as his fur got rather wet. Ah. Hope he didn't get sick then. Aside from all that, he was okay. Aside from all that, was he okay? Considering the situation you mentioned earlier, I mean. He happily asked me to do karaoke with him, which I declined. Why? Probably for the best. Could have been entertaining, though. I ended up taking him for a drive, though, as I needed to take care of my unfinished business. Late night delivery? No, I was buying a pie. At midnight? Yes. Why concerned you may have a competitor? No, not at all. Maybe a little bit. Oh, over it. You'll be fine. I sort of want to know just so I can inform Officer Georgie about it. Oh? Why? His daughter loves pies. When his car was vandalized, Officer Georgie had plans to buy pies for his family get-together. But the report took a while and the weather was bad. And by the time he was able to get a taxi, he thought everything was already closed. I see. But he takes pride in being a Seattleite, so I wonder if he knows about it already. Well, it is a very small kiosk attached to a pub. Very easy to miss. The spot is known as Disco Pie, and it serves fresh pies until 1 a.m. Interesting. Good to know. Thank you. Getting back to the story, though. You both went for pies, then? Yes, that seemed to fascinate him for some reason. Wow. What did you each get? He ordered a slice of warm apple crumble with a scoop of French vanilla ice cream on top, which is a wonderful combination for comfort foods. I'm personally, I like my blueberry pie and blueberry custards. I love blueberries. I really need to go back to Your Pie and get me one of those blueberry ones that they had. It was so good. And a large cup of piping hot coffee with a little bit of milk. Ouch. I feel betrayed, truly. Oh. It was my suggestion since I thought he needed to warm up. Double ouch. I apologize. I'll live. A little piece of advice, though. A glass of warm water might be better for the inebriated. Coffee's not the best at retaining fluids and thus preventing hangovers. Oh, that's really good information to know. That's why you're the best barista over it. Thank you. Okay, my feelings are hurt slightly less now. And what did you get for yourself? I had a slice of hibiscus blueberry mint pie. Holy shit! I want to know this pie. It has blueberry, but it also has mint and hibiscus, which I think would be amazing in a pie. You got me fucked up. And just so you know, I did not order anything to drink. Good. I'm just kidding. Drinks aside, what an interesting combination for a pie. How did you like it? I enjoyed it. You serve hibiscus here too, don't you? I'll remember to order it next time. Please do. Oh, shit. And so we continued our conversation afterwards. Alright. That was when he told me he had not given up on his goal despite the many disappointments with his team. He also told me why he does not drive at all. Really, why? I think it'd be pretty hard with hoofed feet. At least with the designs that we have. Maybe they have different designs? It's his feet, right? second thought, maybe better to hear the story directly from him another time. I apologize. No problem, I understand. We also discussed quite a few things we have in common. Is this some weird blossoming love between a satyr and a banshee? I'm here for it, I guess. Anyone can find love. But I really want to know how that works. Cause what, okay, but if a banshee disappears, do you forget about them? Or they just does she mean disappear in the sense that they just don't have a body? I have so many questions. More questions than answers. Yes, surprisingly. And can banshee procreate? I guess not. I guess they wouldn't, either of them would be able to procreate, right? If satyrs turn out to be all male, then they have to outsource to procreate. So, is there such thing as half satyrs? Or are they just satyr? I have questions. More questions than answers. I need to know this lore. It's important for me. And before we knew it, it was already nearing 5 a.m. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. Conversation got boring. Must have been a gripping conversation. I'm not sure. However, his exhaustion seemed to finally catch up with him then, so I drove him home. Were you tired as well? Do banshees sleep? No. I should go now. Alright, will you be okay? Damn, she keeps bumming herself out. Damn. I have a lot to think about. That's a running theme, apparently. Thank you for being patient with my concerns over it. No problem at all, anytime. Even though you all infuriate me equally. Except Gala. I love him. Have a good evening then over it. Come back again soon. Can we close up shop now? Fuck! I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to be done. I wanna go watch some anime. Alright, we're done. Fucking hell. You're gonna tell me to go fuck myself? Hold on, I'm trying to make it to the fucking save screen. Friday, September 29th. Press any button. Oh, bloody hell. Alien sightings increase. Is this an invasion? No, it's not, I promise. Dwarfura Tech teams up with Goldmix Industries to produce self-healing concrete technology. Huh? Oh, like self-healing concrete as in no more repaving roads? I like that idea. Probably has something to do with enzymes or some shit, making it like almost a living entity within it. I don't know. At least it's pretty. Researchers respond over alleged algae invasion. Don't make me start the day. I don't want to start the day. I want to press start. There we go. There. Alright. We're done for the day, y'all. That is all for today's nonsense. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. Thank you all for coming out. You could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here with me. So I greatly appreciate that. We will reconvene tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And as always, y'all stay mad, y'all stay wild, and I will see you next time. Alright, crazies. Bye-bye.